A powerful climate pattern may be building across the Pacific Ocean, and scientists are warning it could become one of the strongest El Niño events ever recorded. Some forecasters are even using the term Super El Niño. If it develops as predicted, the impacts could stretch across the globe, affecting weather, food supplies, hurricanes, wildfires, floods, and global temperatures through late 2026 and into 2027. So what exactly is happening? Where is it forming? And why are meteorologists paying such close attention? El Niño is part of a natural climate cycle called ENSO, the El Niño Southern Oscillation. Normally, trade winds push warm water westward across the equatorial Pacific Ocean toward Indonesia and Australia. But during El Niño, those winds weaken. That allows warm water to spread eastward across central and eastern Pacific, especially near the west coast of South America. And when the Pacific Ocean changes temperature, the atmosphere reacts. Jet streams shift, rainfall patterns move, storm tracks change, and weather extremes can intensify across huge parts of the planet. Scientists are increasingly concerned because ocean temperatures beneath the Pacific surface are rising unusually fast. Forecast models from NOAA, ECMWF, and other climate agencies now suggest a high probability that El Niño will develop during mid to late 2026. Some projections indicate the warming could exceed 2 degrees Celsius above average in the Niño 3.4 region, the threshold often associated with Super El Niño. Only a few events in recorded history have reached that level, including the famous 1982, 1997 and 2015 El Niño events. The 1997-98 event alone caused devastating floods, droughts, crop failures, and tens of billions of dollars in economic damage worldwide. If a Super El Niño forms, different regions could experience dramatically different impacts. In West South America, especially Peru and Ecuador, flooding rainfall could increase significantly. Australia and parts of Southeast Asia may face drought and heightened wildfire risk. Southern Africa and India could see disruptions to seasonal rainfall and agriculture. In North America, the southern United States often becomes wetter during the stormier El Niño winters, while northern regions may turn milder and drier. Meanwhile, Atlantic hurricane activity can sometimes decrease during strong El Niño years because stronger upper-level winds disrupt storm development. But the eastern Pacific hurricane season often becomes more active instead. One of the biggest concerns is global temperature. El Niño events release enormous amounts of heat from the Pacific Ocean into the atmosphere. And because the planet is already warming due to a climate change, a Super El Niño could temporarily push global temperatures to a record-breaking level in 2026 and especially 2027. Scientists warn this combination could intensify heat waves, coral bleaching, wildfire conditions, and pressure on food and water supplies worldwide. Some researchers are even comparing the current setup to the strongest El Niño patterns observed in over a century. But there is still uncertainty. Long-range climate forecasting is incredibly complex. Some models show a historic Super El Niño developing by late 2026. Others suggest a more moderate event. Spring forecasts are especially difficult because Pacific conditions can still change rapidly over the coming months. So scientists are watching closely, but not declaring certainty just yet. What happens in one part of the Pacific Ocean can reshape weather patterns across the entire planet, and if the forecasts are correct, the developing El Niño of 2026 could become one of the defining climate stories of the century. The coming months will reveal whether this warming strengthens into a true Super El Niño or fades before reaching historic intensity. Either way, the world's weather systems are already beginning to shift, and millions of people may soon feel the effects.